see if any of the soldiers are going to be doing the fast rollouts. I've got my eyes on Salmon as he comes flying through here. It doesn't look like he is actually though. Oh, he is. He's going for the fast rollout, but he actually beefs it. And Huey's incredibly fast on this middle. He's going to get tagged by Settler though and goes all the way back to his chug, so he's going to lose a little bit of position. Arvin's jumping up on this right side awning, but Zappis and Himsy combining together to take down Nighthawk. Salmon goes in for a bit of a bomb, but does get taken down, and it looks like both of the scouts and the medic for Lithuania are going to be taken down. Is that going to signal some kind of aggression from the remaining players? It should do. Arvin's on very low HP, but he comes over to that health kit. Evoke bombs in, and Huey does as well to take down Tomsy. That's all they were going for, and that's mission achieved as far as Lithuania are concerned, trying to dig themselves out of that mid.
Yeah, we're going to see Baccarat on the respawn. I am curious to see that. Oh, he is running the medigun here. Nighthawk finds Zappis trying to probe forward through that PC area, but he's going to win that 1v1. Lithuania now with 6 on the field. Zappis won't be back up for another 12 seconds. And they have that slight Uber advantage. They can intimidate a little bit if they want to, but they're going to sit back. Tomsy is actually not really that far off the pace. There's only about 5-10% in it. And I guess anyone who's watching the scoreboard there on the Lithuanian side is aware of that. They're going to just take up the defensive position here, use that defender's advantage, and put the ball in Finland's court. Come at me, bro, they're saying. Flex in there right on Choke Sideshow.
Yeah, and it looks like both of the teams just content to sit back a little bit at the moment. When Zappis went down there, I thought we might have seen him respawn onto Sniper. He quite likes doing that, but not right now. And I think we'll probably see a bombing roamer. I think we'll see Salmon. Flamen isn't an animal or a player. Flying in, and yes we do. He comes in onto Baccarat at the moment, but does get taken down. He's done a lot of damage though, and did damage to quite a few players, and so they pick Starsky up off the back of that. So that 1-for-1 trade, not enough for either team to push in, but it's not enough for Lithuania to be able to push out with as well. And Settler and Himsy combined there to take down Huey, who was just a little too overextended, trying to hold the choke point when his heals were all the way.
A nice sort of distraction to take Huey down, because he was committed to holding choke, but his combo got a little bit worried about the action that was going on in PC, and straight in there on the slimmest of Uber advantages, and they crushed Finland.
A great fragging ability there from their players, especially Huey. Actually, I watched as he rained damage down upon the Finnish players there, and just completely caught Tomsy with his pants down before he could get into panic room. What is Settler doing at the beginning of this mid? He's just hiding, waiting for players, and now he comes out. The delayed attack from Settler as he gets a lot of damage down onto the Lithuanian players that are above. He's going to drop down onto this health kit and keep going across, but both of the soldiers from Lithuania go down, along with Nighthawk as well. This is a really nice play from Finland. It looks like something that they've practiced before. This kind of delayed aggression, baiting Lithuania into them, making them get the high ground, and then popping out when they have dealt no damage and they're in nice identifiable positions.
That reminds me of like the jukebox play. You know, when you're just so good at the rollouts, you can roll out incredibly fast and then just stand around for a few seconds. Selin does that but on Demo Man, and then finds that perfect timing to engineer a mid-win for his team. Himsy's going to run ahead and find the rockets of Evokche in his face. He has an option to respawn as an off class, but like, why do you need to respawn as a pick class when you can just run in, charge at people with your scatter gun? He is going to stay scout, and it'd be wise for Finland to peek ahead here and get some intel about this upcoming push. It is Uber versus Uber, but there's an engineer, a sniper, and a heavy on the field for Lithuania. If Finland overcommit to this push, they could get absolutely annihilated at Sideshow.
Yeah, Lithuania really abusing the fact that you can just but have off classes on this map and then instantly switch back out if you sit in spawn. But it looks like Himsy's just run straight in and back out blocks. He combines with Settler, and drops the Lithuania medic, and Bakar goes down. That's really poor. They didn't have enough players holding forwards, possibly because they were running so many off classes. Bakar was one of the furthest people forwards, apart from his soldier, and it wasn't enough. The aggression came in from the Finnish players and completely stormed that. And now they're going to come in with the Uber through this bottom right area. They're going to focus down Arbenz on the heavy straight away, and now they need people on point and also to take down that sentry. As Zappis tries to get on the point, but does get taken down by the sentry and other players. But the heavies of Finland have come up above, round through their panic room, and now they're getting onto the point before the respawns are able to come out. Huey, the last hope for Lithuania, does get taken down there with a after round crossbow air shot.
Yeah, that was a crucial drop there, Baccarat. Like, I don't disagree with his position. When you have Uber, you can afford to hold forward there, but he dropped it. He didn't pop it. Huey trying to roll out fast, smashes into that ramp slide.
Settler's doing the same thing and just waiting for the aggression on mid.
The scouts, but they're not there yet. The Lithuanians are slower. They're playing it. They're mixing it up differently here. Both soldiers of Finland getting launched into a pencil jump there, somehow surviving. Salmon actually gonna go down. Hawks is getting healed up pretty quickly right now, but Lithuania, with this sort of slightly off-kilter strategy, have managed to find themselves in a pretty decent situation. It's 3-on-2 right now in their favour. They've got Scout and Demoman playing together, trying to focus down. Setlet's going to explode into a cloud of blood and guts there, thanks to the pipe of Huey. And of course, that's softening up from Nuki. They're going to be able to hunt down Tomsy as well, and a nice adaptation there from Lithuania, I guess. But Setlet trying to do the same thing again, pre-firing those stickies onto the scouts that weren't there. It was a phantom, man.
And now Zappis, trying to defend this second point, is going to be running Sniper. Tomsy's still down, so they've got no heals of Finland as they try and defend this Spire. And Lithuania are going to be moving through here with the Uber through PC, I believe. Yep, they're coming through PC with a supercharge, but they're going to meet a sticky trap from Settler. Is anybody going to get dropped to this? Oh, it looks like the Uber's actually just going to be forced off from Lithuania, but they've got 3 kills in return for that. Himsy, Salmon and Zappis, who was playing Sniper, has gone down, and only Tomsy, Hawks and Settler left alive. Settler on such low HP, but he does go back into spawn, but they've got so many players on this last point of Lithuania, and they're just going to be able to cap it off before Finland can do anything. And that's 2-1 to Lithuania.
The pace has not dulled in the slightest here. I mean, we're still pumping out the rounds, only 8 minutes played, and it's already 2-1 Lithuania. Setlet again super fast, and he's going to take that pills bottle and just hiding in the corner here. He's going to try the same thing again. Super fast away from Salmon. He's onto Huey but can't connect the fatal rocket. And now Finland are just scrambling. They're trying to back off a little bit. They're unsure as to what they want to do. Zappis is going forward. He's going to get picked off. Focus down. Hawks tries to bomb in to make something happen, but it's not going to happen. Off the back of that early death by Salmon and not much reward for it. Maybe if Setlet had stepped out and helped him, but used that distraction, but it didn't work. Finland now sitting here on their own Spire. They're slightly disadvantaged in terms of Uber as well, and they're not even showing themselves. They're just allowing the Lithuanians to come forward and control those exits, and it's going to be difficult to push out against that.
Yeah, now we're going to find ourselves in an Uber v Uber on last, but it looks like Lithuania want to go straight through here. They've popped really early through that rollout area, and Tomsy does have his Uber. Zappis also on the Sniper. Tomsy's going to get forced here from the Scout who's running. That's Starsky, he gets taken down, along with Nighthawk gets taken down in a 1v1 against Himsy. Samsy's not playing this game. And only Huey and Bakar left alive, who have both retreated through that choke point to try and meet up with some spawners desperately before Finland hunt them down.
Yeah, right now the Finns have regrouped, taken control of CP2 again, but one player down a piece, just about to respawn. RVNs and Himsy back on the field, slight advantage for the Lithuanians, and it is still Medigun versus Medigun here. Both teams setting themselves up to execute a defense for the Finns, I guess. Or are they going to push here? Or, who do you think will be the keen team? Lithuania don't technically have to push 2-1 up here, you know. Do they want to sit back? Are they going to maybe just... Oh, Salmon's showing himself on the flank there, actually gets down as low as 130, but actually it is going to be Lithuania. They want to take the pain to Finland. They're jumping forward here, and the Finns didn't have their Uber yet, but it was so close. They could have stayed and committed there, but instead they decided to back out, take a lot of damage, and then come in again whenever the man disadvantage. And now they've been milked they're going to find themselves with out Uber just at the point as the bot case is fading. Hawks is disappearing. Zealot's still trying to spam stickies out here at danger of being rushed. They've got no control. Actually in the flanks there, because Hawks has just died trading with Nuki. Finland are still up against it. They've got no soldiers right now. Salmon's just back on the field, but they're missing a lot of spam potential. Zappis is going to go in and die to RBNs. Finland are looking a little bit sketchy right now. They're sort of all over the place, but they've at least spooked Lithuania enough into not continuing with the push.
Yeah, Starsky here has respawned onto the sniper, so it looks like that's their strat for attacking now. He's actually running the Razorback as well, so I think maybe he hasn't really thought his loadout through, and that's just from a previous pub experience. But he's looking through into that lobby at the moment, trying to get a pick on anybody who's aggressive on this lobby right hand side. It is Uber for Uber at the moment, and Salmon's coming into his line of fire. Zappis is also running the counter sniper. He's sat back with his medic, now transitioning over to the the left hand side from the defender's point of view. And Nuki's going to try and get a shot off somewhere. Still looking at this lobby area, trying to peek Salmon. Oh no, it's Zappis now who's waiting for the sniper 1v1. But Zappis isn't going to have a buff.
Yeah, I think we had a few stream problems there in the last few minutes, but I understand it's all been ironed out, so thanks for staying with us here on Team Fortress TV. This is our coverage of the ETF2L 6v6 Nations Cup number 5, powered by TT Esports. It's the quarterfinals. It's Finland versus Lithuania, a best of 3 series. It's gone right down to the wire here. This is the third map process. It's 1-1 in this series, and Lithuania in the lead right now. They've got good territory so far in this, the 4th round. They're up as far as CP4. They're just trying to figure out how they want to break that difficult last defense of Finland.
Yeah, the sniper really not playing that aggressively. I would have expected to see a few frags go off, but Salmon does go down to the pipe spam of Huey, just kind of gets stuck in that lobby area, I think. Oh no, he didn't. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That was outside rollout, I think. I missed the frag. I just saw that Huey had been to see what he can do. He goes down as well. They're not using these snipers to their maximum efficiency. It looks like they're just maybe trying to run the clock down a little bit, content to sit on this second point, which is fairly difficult to push out from. Salmon looking like he wants a prod from below here. Finland sick of waiting. They want to take the fight to Lithuania. Some little bits of spam coming out on each of the exits. People moving forward, seeing if they can get picks from people who are holding a little bit loosely. But Huey's got stickies everywhere, so if somebody peeks, they're going down.
I think Hemsy's getting cabin fever here, being confined on last. He's like, oh, let me off the leash. He wants to peek out here. There is a potential pick there. RBN sort of... Oh, Hemsy managed to run. RBN whiffs 2 rockets, but does finish him off with the 3rd. Salmon's going to kill RBNs, though. So they have traded a scout for a soldier. But it doesn't look like Finland want to do much more than that. Salmon's going to rotate to the lobby and looking to jump lower, but he's not committed to it. He could sort of just walk under there and come up behind the medic, but right now 6 players back on the field, and Zappis with the headshot from the lower door as he realised the Lithuanian combo had backed off to upper PC, and Salmon went in for it there. They had that man advantage. Why not go in and trade? But the Finns have pushed iron Uber really early, leaving the door open. Lithuanians are streaming on to the last point. There's stickies here. They haven't even popped. He does pop. He had popped, but he's not actually Ubering. He turned it off so that they could cap back around, trying to make the right play there. But even with 50% Uber charge still being used there, he went down because he didn't have his medigun out. Wow.
That's really unfortunate. I could see what he was trying to do, but it just all went wrong for them there as the Finnish team collapsed onto them, and before he could whip his medigun out, he was dead. They're still running a sniper. Starsky's still running that sniper rifle, and can't really see where he is at the moment, but I think he'll have his eyes on Choke as he realises that that's where... Oh, he's in the front spawn actually, so he's going to peek Choke and see when Finland push in, see if he can get a nice shot onto Tomsy, who's got a bit of a 15% Uber advantage at the moment, 70 against 55. He does get spammed out a little bit though. They know that he's there, and that's Salmon's job now, just to keep him inside the spawn as Finland cap the point.
Oh, we had a quick glimpse of the medic again there in his crosshairs, but twice he took the shot and twice he missed in that last passage of play. It looked like a hit almost to me for the first one, but hey, the game didn't agree. Hawks is dead right now, but Finland have taken 2 points in the last few minutes. They are really trying to wrestle control of this round back from Lithuania, and so far they're doing a good job. It's Uber versus Uber right now. Hawks respawns, and he's going to regroup with his team, but it's cookie cutter for both sides here. 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, a demo and a medic on the field, and both medics packing that Uber charge. And as such, it's going to be a little bit of a breather here. 13 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. Both teams trying to figure out what they want to do. Lithuania are very adamant about their defense. They're committing to Spire here. They've got everybody grouped up there except for RBNs. He's just keeping an eye on PCs so they don't get blindsided that way.
Salmon's gone for a big bomb in. He went all the way behind to lobby, but the scouts from Lithuania both combining to make sure that he got taken down instantly rather than proving a distraction. Hawks is now getting pressured by Nighthawk, and Nighthawk does pick him up. So that's both the soldiers down from Finland, but Nighthawk gets taken down as well. They're now moving into sewers to see if they can pick up Himsy. He does go down, and that's only 3 up now from Finland. They've sacked too many players in here to try and force the Lithuanian Uber charge. Settler getting a nice pick, and a big bomb in from Huey. See what he can do. Nothing at the moment, and he does get pressured as well. Zap is coming out huge there, equalising it for his team, and now Finland have got the spawns. They're going to be able to come back in. They've got the demo man advantage as well, and surely they're not allowed to. They're not going to allow Lithuania to take this. But another scout just running in and destroying the demo man of the opposing team. Settler goes down again. Now Finland have still got this under control as long as they don't lose too many players. Hawks just jumping forward there onto the rock to try and get a bit of control for his team, make some space and force Lithuania out, and that's what they've managed to do.
Baccarat caught 2 rockets there, but didn't pop down at 40 HP. He just kept back off, and he's weak, and he's going to die to 1 rocket as Salmon comes in undetected from the flank, gets that drop onto Lithuania medic, but Finland lose 3 players. Salmon already dead. Himsy's going to join him. Hawks is going to join him, and despite that huge play, Lithuania have ended up forcing Finland and ended up with a 2-man advantage here. Evokti's going to skip jump onto Tomsy. The scouts come in, and Finland are just asking, what the fuck just happened, man?
Yeah, crazy stuff there. It was such a nice play, but it was just ruined by frags going in completely the wrong way. And now Finland 3 up, but Himsy incredibly weak, and they're going to have to allow Lithuania to take that point. Thankfully, the Ubers have remained about the same. Back out now on 20% compared to Tomsy's 12, so they're pretty much equal. It looks like Lithuania want to take this in through the choke point because Finland haven't got enough pressure on it at the moment. Himsy and Salmon taking so much damage, and Settler completely isolated, trying to get as much damage as he can onto the Lithuanian medic, but he's not going to be able to do it, and Nighthawk finishes him off with a nice Boston Basher.
Lithuania in the ascendancy here. They have just retaken control of mid and Spire. They have a 3-man advantage for another 10 seconds. And already a scout on the point. Nighthawk jumps onto the point, draws the eyes, and Huey's trying to walk in and put damage down here. They have that Uber as well. Tomsy's on 99. He's going to get it. He's going to be able to pop off and flash his teammates here. Hold on to last just by the skin of their teeth there. Only just got it as the Lithuanian Uber was coming in. But now, Settler streams forward, kills off a Vokche, but finds Huey waiting there with those force field stickies. He's not going to be allowed to leave last. And now, Himsy's behind, takes out Nuki, and now he's giving him Huey the slip around here, fakes one way, then comes around the other while Huey is trying to pre-fire him, finishes off the demo man. He knows the medic isn't too far away, but those 2 soldiers are going to be enough to discourage even Himsy. No! He's in! Oh, he's going to get the medic down to about 90, but cannot do any more than that. Himsy, even in the face of those 2 fully buffed soldiers, refuses to back down.
A vote going in now. He does take down Settler as well and opens up so much room for his team because of that distraction. Lithuania are going to be able to retake, or they haven't even lost the second point, but they're going to be able to defend its capture and probably push all the way to last with these spawns. It's a 4v3 situation at the moment. Arvins is already in, making a bit of a distraction, but his team is so far behind, and they do have a sniper that they're not going to be able to make use of this. Arvins has just thrown his life away because the rest of his team wasn't prepared to back him up and wasn't able to back him up because of the spawns that they had. Himsy coming behind here, they absolutely destroyed it. He didn't even have any chance there, and maybe they're going to be able to catch the combo as they're still in PC, I think. Yeah, back out and Huey's still in PC, but they were not to know that the Finnish flank, so they weren't able to put any pressure onto them.
Oh, Himsy comes through PC. He's already been spotted out by Soldier and Scout. Makes good ground there, but can't really be a threat to the medic. Baccarat in good health, going to be able to walk forward here with Huey.
Huey hitting some nice pipes there as he just runs straight into Hawks, hits an air shot and then another direct. Nice play by Huey, just mopping up Hawks. Mopping up the dribble that Hawks had left all the way behind him from that terrible Uber exchange. Not Hawks' fault, of course.
Maybe a little bit, who knows. Let's wait a look at the logs afterwards.
Yeah, of course. He does seem to instill a little bit of a passive player into the combo of him and Tomsy. I assume that's Hawks' influence. For all I know, it could be Tomsy's. But they often seem to be on slightly different pages, the aggressive flank. The Uber has come in, Huey leading the charge, but he's on very weak health. Does have to get caught again by Backup, but the frags are all going Lithuania's way. Tomsy, Himsy and Hawks going down there, and it only remains Salmon and Settler to try and defend, but they can't at all, and that's 3-1 to Lithuania.
Only 7 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock here, a 2-round differential. Process can be a fast map. It definitely isn't over for the Finns, but we're going to watch Settler. He didn't hit his rollout this time, so he can't play his little hiding game there. He's going to still move over that way, but Salmon's in fast and finds Arbians, juggles him up into the air, hits the direct, and then Zabas comes in for the steal. Get body slammed Arbians, and straight up off of that, Lithuania know it's time to back out. They're going to make a smart play here, keep 5 up and just keep running that clock down. 7 minutes, and Salmon is getting launched through choke there, eventually crashes down into the scattergun of Nighthawk. But he couldn't even have got the force on the back right. He's only at 70% charge. Tomsy's not really in much better shape, but the combo of Finland essentially baiting out their flank here by just dilly-dallying around choke. Hawks too scared to push in and follow up on any sort of distraction. They're going to back out here and maybe hope that Lithuania overextend into them, but the spawns will favour them. If they take that mid-fight, will favour the Finns. And just checking here, Lithuanians, yeah, they're happy to sit back. Why would they push? They're winning.
Yeah. They're in the driving seat at the moment, despite not having the midpoint, but they're very happy just to allow Finland to slowly push in. Salmon goes for a big bomb again, but just gets blocked in midair and by the scouts from Lithuania. He's made a little bit of his room for his team to come in, but not enough, I don't think. Lithuania are going to be able to put so much damage down onto Finland right now. Himsy goes down as he overextends again, way too far, but Nighthawk tries to get a little bit too aggressive as well and gets taken down, but they do trade for Hawks. Zapitz gets caught on the flank, and Tomsy and Settler are going to get caught out with this Uber charge here. In fact, Tomsy might not make it out alive. Lithuania are going to be able to cap this point, and both the soldiers from Lithuania have jumped really far ahead. Oh, beautiful surf! Beautiful surf there from Tomsy to escape that. That was lovely.
That was a long-ass Uber. I'm sure those soldiers were like, when is this going to end? But just the last dying flashes there of that Uber charge, enough to see Tomsy to safety. RVN's going down in the flank there, but Hawks jumps in and again finds these scouts here in his face, and I wish Finland would stop leading with their soldiers. We've seen that the Lithuanian scouts understand how to play the high ground and defend so well in those situations. They need to be walking forward with Settler, just trying to tag the scouts and intimidate them a little bit rather than sending their soldiers into the meat grinder every time. And the scouts with the soldiers down are able to just power forward here. Settler goes down, Zappa's down as well to Nighthawk. Nuki picking up 2 or 3 frags there, and Lithuania look like they might have an opportunity to get another round on the board here. 20% before Tomsy gets his charge already. Huey's pushing in, he knows the medic is the target here. He's trying to set up the damage for a Vokce to come in and get that crucial medic pick. Uber denied for Finland, and Lithuania are going to make it 4-1 here. This could just be out of control, out of Finland's grasp.
With 4.5 minutes left, Finland need to pick up another 3 rounds at least to take it to a golden cap and absolutely infuriate the Lithuanians, who really want to get back to their basketball, which has just gone into half-time. But we're going on to our 5th middle, 6th middle, I don't know, I don't want to do maths at this point in time. Huey now getting a lot of damage onto himself, but Setlet as well going down to similar, and that's going to prompt some Lithuanian aggression down the left-hand side, but they've just fallen into the trap of Finland. Finland just so ready for it. Himsey just taking down 2 frags, possibly 3 there. Hawk's getting a few as well. Looks like one of the soldiers there, Salmon, going really aggressive as well, but back out and Huey are miles out of this. They're all the way on last. They don't want to be throwing away this game. They know that they just have to get out with the Uber charge. It doesn't matter if they lose mid, because they can possibly defend this last point or just delay the time. Finland really need these quick rounds now, and everything that Lithuania can do to delay the length of the round is going to be advantageous for them.
Oh! Baccarat makes a misstep there, runs right into the waiting rocket of Hawks, or the sticky of Setlet there, but really should have been playing near to that spawn door before he had that charge, and they just gifted Finland around here, and this is the sort of spark that they needed to reignite their hopes of progressing to the semi-finals. And wow, Finland have done it. They wiped them on mid, they wiped them on last. It's still a 2-round game here. I'm not going to sell it too hard, but the dream is still alive, Sideshow.
It really is. Lithuania there just threw the round for Finland. I think they want to go to a golden cap now. They've resigned themselves to a terrible defeat in basketball, and now they want to throw the game in TF2 as well. But the finish here, going down 3, and Lithuania have all the point presence. Tomsey and Salmon, just getting bullied out at the moment, and Setler goes down as well, ostracized from the heels and not able to get in. Oh, Tomsey taking down Nuki there with a nice crossbow air shot as Starsky flew in round the choke and tried to get some damage out. But Tomsey's now disconnected from Salmon, who's on very weak HP, and that's going to give the Uber advantage slightly to back out, but I don't think they really had an idea of that, so they didn't push forward too far. But this the time limit is going to prompt the aggression from Finland. They do have a pick, but Salmon goes down there too. Some nice play by Nighthawk. Nighthawk picking up 2 actually as the Ubers finally get forced.
Yeah, Finland should have made a better go on that one. I think that sort of situation that Lithuania were in, where they realised they shouldn't have been so close to choke and were backing off, and they're like under the point, that's like a great opportunity for Finland to just crush them. But those big plays from the Lithuanian scouts, they managed to find those frags on mid and now push ahead to the Spire. RBNs as well contributing in that last passage of play, but they do get absolutely obliterated here. Only Nighthawk remaining alive. Actually, Baccarat just respawns, but all this is running the clock down, and it's not favourable for Finland. They can retake Spire here and push forward. They could be making big moves towards Lithuania's last point. If they can do it in the next, 20 to 30 seconds, it's still possible. They can still get another round and tie it up for a golden cap, but they need to be moving quickly and they need to be decisive, Sideshow.
They absolutely do, and that headshot there ringing out across the map to destroy Hox's forehead really isn't going to help. Arvins gets juggled into the air and Salmon goes down trying to equalise that as well. Arvins does go down eventually, but this isn't going well for Finland. It looks like their hopes and dreams are being crushed here by the Lithuanian flank as they just get destroyed. And that's Lithuania going to pick up this 3rd map as we go into dead time at the end of process, and they're going to pick up this best of 3 and progress to the semi-finals. Lithuania I want to say the underdogs. Like anybody who has been following these players, this set of players knows that they're a great up-and-coming team with some excellent players, but they were maybe not such a solid favourite like Finland. What do you think, Admirable?
Yeah, I agree. There's a big victory crits coming in here from bottom left as the Lithuanians are just showboating. They're going to get another round on the board there to add insult to injury, but that game was already done and dusted. 5-2 should be the final score, and only 15 seconds left on the in-game clock, but already it's over in real time due to that 90-second STV delay. I have to agree with you what you're saying about Lithuania. Like what we saw at Info Showland really highlighted the sort of talent available in their scene, and like there's plenty more good Lithuanian players apart from the 6 being fielded here today, but they have delivered. And Finland just seeming a bit archaic at times, like their scene has been in decline for a few years now. Lithuania are on the rise, and those lines have just intersected, and Lithuania have come out on top here. We should take a look at the logs, but I see there's a load of Lithuanian players in Mumble too, so we'll talk to them after that. But let's wrap things up, us pretending to know what we're talking about these beautiful numbers. We love the stats, don't we, Sideshow?
I absolutely do, especially when they show you things like this. Have you seen the stats from Huey? I don't want to sing his praises too much because he's in the mumble at the moment and he'll get a big fat head. But look at this, 32 for 9 with 11k damage. That's brilliant there from Huey. Managing to stay alive I think he has the least deaths in the server, apart from his own medic backup, on 9 deaths after 8 rounds, and manages to stay alive and pump out all of that damage and get tons of kills.
Yeah, and again, like my favorite stat, kills and assists per death. It's like 5 Lithuanian players at the top. It's like a very emphatic victory. And looking at the stats, like they just played a much more efficient game than the Finns. And what I mean by that is that they died less and killed more. And look at the team stats as well. The overall aggregate: 117 frags to 82. They had a 6k damage differential, 2 extra Uber charges. They even dropped twice again. This guy loves to drop. They didn't do so well in middles this time. It was 4-3 in favour of Finland, but I mean, the play outside of that was just all Lithuania, really. I mean, they were never behind, always in the lead, or at least that 1-1 earlier on, but they just seemed to drive a wedge between themselves and their opponents, and well-deserved victories here. If you have just joined us here on Team Fortress TV, you missed the third and final map of an epic best of 3 series in the ETF2L 6v6 Nations Cup number 5, powered by TT Esports. Lithuania besting Finland. But we are joined here, myself and Sideshow and Arie, by a whole host of Lithuanians who should be watching basketball right now. How does it feel, guys? You're going to the semi-finals.
Easy video. Easy game.
Amazing.
I didn't even try.
Yeah, we noticed that, mate. RBN speaking there, of course. I'm sure you
Never
can see on the overlay, but the scouts of Lithuania really devastating to those Finnish soldiers. It was a bit frustrating to see them try the same thing again and again, but I want to ask, is Hui the captain? Is he the leader?
Me and he.
Yes.
He made it.
No, it's only Hui.
Who's the heart and soul of this team? Who is it that leads you guys to victory? Is it you?
No, it's the
It's Hui.
scouts. It's the scouts always.
Wow. So it's only Huey. If it wasn't for Huey,
So-
we would lose every mid. So you know, we don't know what to do on mid. So Huey just wins with that, and then we're good.
Hui just calling all low on them scout level.
Hui, do you want to apologise to all those TF2 fans out there who thought your game starting an hour later and may have potentially missed an epic series?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I thought that the game might not even happen, but then it did happen, like an hour early. So yeah, but you will be able to watch the VOD, so it's all good.
Do you think it was worth it delaying the match? Not delaying it, bringing it forward an hour so that you could possibly watch the basketball. Do you think you're going to sit down and watch the basketball now after this interview? Have
Yes.
you been keeping up with the scores? Do you want me to spoil it for you?
I'm
No,
actually watching the basketball,
please.
so it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say that it's a good job you guys won tonight.
Yeah.
It was a very
Speaking of,
interesting match.
At least one Lithuanian team's gonna win today.
Exactly.
Speaking of spoiling the scores, can anybody tell me how that other game finished, Germany versus Poland? We weren't able to cast it, I don't think, on the second stream. It didn't work out that way, but does anybody know which team it is you're going to be facing in the next round of the bracket?
Sweden or France.
I think it's.
Oh yeah, you're the other
Or
side
France.
of the bracket.
Yeah.
I think that Sweden should take it.
No, I think France is stronger. Sweden, I don't know. They're not so good now.
Sorry, the Nighthawk. As for the game Poland against Germany, which was the other quarterfinal game being played tonight, I just asked Samzi for the scores, and he said that Germany won 5-0 and then 8-3 on the second map. He also said, I dropped a 100 bomb, which I assume he means he went over 100 points. So looks like the scouts carrying hard for Germany in that game against Poland. So Germany, that is, will be the ones progressing to the semi-finals to face against England, with the winner of that going into the final against either Lithuania or the winner of Sweden and France.
Yeah, a few more questions for the Lithuanians, I suppose, before you wrap things up. Like, you guys have maybe traditionally not been recognised as one of the top TF2 nations. Do you feel like now is your time? Are you in the ascendancy here? Could you go all the way?
Maybe. Unless we fucking get fucked on mid.
It's the first time that Lithuania makes so far in the stage, and that's like really cool. We're now in the semi-final. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, with the roster we have, it's really surprising, but I'm really happy. Like, our scouts are really good, so if any Prem team needs scouts, there you go. You can pick them up as a combo.
He's here to sell us scouts as well. Maybe gonna whip out the basket collection too and start trying to pawn those off. But I want to ask as well, what's happening with the Lithuanian LAN, the upcoming beta LAN? You guys want to promote that? Tell people why they should come and experience Lithuanian TF2 firsthand?
Sure. So basically, for anyone that doesn't really know, I've hosted a LAN in April this year. It was called Info Show. We got like 8 TF2 teams, and the LAN turned out to be pretty well. And
who was that really drunk guy there?
Sideshow.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't drunk at all.
I learnt an incredible phrase in Lithuanian as well. That one of the lovely girls taught me. Vienna sumuštinas prašau. Is that
At least
brilliant?
you remember that.
It
Yes.
means one sandwich, please.
Yeah, one sandwich, please.
So basically, next month, on the 24th, I will be hosting a second LAN. Sadly, there is no like official information yet because people are slacking and they haven't like been working on the website. But if you go to this thread, let me link you in the chat. You can leave any questions you may have for TF2. And basically, for anyone that wants to go but isn't like decided, Zowie Gear will be sponsoring the tournament. So it's a pretty big sponsor, and if you really have the time and the money to come, then that would be cool. I'm aiming to get at least 10 or 12 teams, and we might even be able to get some TFTV casters and streamers on the event.
Mate, you couldn't afford us.
Admirable coming, please.
It's easy. I can just bring
It's super
potatoes
cheap
for
in
you.
here.
I'd rather go and play, but well, that remains to be seen. I'm not going to give away any more than that. But I think that everyone should try and get behind what is probably one of the best LANs happening this side of 2015. Throw your support behind Lithuania. It's pretty cheap to attend if you're coming from those wealthy Western European nations. Go and lord it up in the third world that is Lithuania. But wow, they're pretty good at TF2.
Yeah,
And I
you need
won't-
to come to this LAN.
I won't offend them anymore in case I actually do end up going to LAN. But Sideshow, I think we can wrap things up here. It has been an epic game. Give me your final thoughts.
Lithuania to take it. I think in the next few seasons we're going to see these players at the top of the scene. I think that'll be a very welcome change to have these new Lithuanian blood reviving the top of the scene.
Yeah, even if they don't make it beyond the semi-finals, which I think they're definitely capable of doing, it's still a great result for them. And I'm sure it's going to be inspirational for a lot of people. This has been Team Fortress TV. I've been Admirable. He's been Sideshow. And we've had Arie doing excellent work on the camera. Keep an eye on teamfortress.tv for more coverage coming up in the next 7 days. There's going to be the Logjam Cup, maybe potential Prem playoffs if ETF2L ever get their finger right. Is that actually going to happen, Sideshow? And then the following weekend there will of course be the recently announced TT Esports Team Fortress TV Invitational number 4. So go and read that article. There'll be more coverage coming out. I got nothing else to say. Thank you and good night.
A smiley Lietuva.
Viso gero.
Sagara.
Nice one.
And as always, thanks for watching.